Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cold Cinema 83, and it's time to do another video for you guys. And today I'm going to talk about everything that I picked up physical media-wise over the last 2 months. So this is basically a let's get physical, celebrate physical media episode. But because I don't have time to go live right now, I thought I would pre-record this video for you guys to watch. There is also a second reason for me to do it like this at this moment, but I'll explain that in a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna show you everything I picked up over the last 2 months or something, physical media wise. So yeah, it's bound to be fun, I hope. So sit back and I hope you will enjoy. And cheers to everyone who is watching. So like I said, I didn't have time to go live for you guys while doing this episode of Celebrate Physical Media. So I pre-recorded this for you to watch later on, which I hope you will be okay with. Eventually I will go back to doing it live for you guys like I used to, but for now this is what it is. There is also a second reason for this, because I picked up so many things over the last like 2 months or whatever. It's impossible for me to basically put that all into like one stream or one video, because then we will be here until tomorrow morning. So if we really want to talk about everything, so here's how it's gonna go. I'm basically going to shoot my haul into 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. This is part 1, obviously. And in part 1, I'm going to talk about all of the regular Blu-rays that I picked up, just the standard Blu-rays. And then for part 2, I'm going to go into all of the special editions and, box sets and all of that goodness. So, just bear with me. I hope you will enjoy it, and I hope you're okay with me doing it this way. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started, shall we? All right. Standard Blu-rays, or regular Blu-rays as you will. I picked up quite a few actually, and I would like to start with some standard stuff, which is not like these are not like from like any labels in particular or whatever. These are just movies that I picked up that I really, really love, and that are actually childhood icons of mine. I watched these over and over when I was a kid, and I decided it was time to pick them up on Blu-ray. So the first one I picked up is Walt Disney's Pinocchio. I adore this movie. I really do. I adore this movie. It's fantastic, I think. I'm a big Disney fan, but I'm very old school Disney. I like stuff like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, this one, of course. But also, of course, Little Mermaid and Lion King and all of that. I'm very old school stuff. But yeah. So yeah, Pinocchio. This is fantastic. I already watched it. The picture quality is great. This is a great release from Disney, and this is the back right there. There isn't a lot of special features here. Let me just check it out. I think there are like not a lot of like, yeah. There is like a music video about the I think about the songs of the movie. And that's pretty much it. And there is an audio commentary, which I haven't listened to, but yet anyway. So it's I'm still having to discover that one. But yeah, it's nothing too fancy. There's just a disc and stuff. But no, I really love this film, and I'm very happy to own it now. So there you go, Pinocchio. And the second one I picked up is one of my childhood icons as well, and I adore this movie. It's Dragonheart. This is a fantastic movie. I rewatched it like 2 days ago, and it still holds up. It still holds up. The dragon effects are awesome. The soundtrack is amazing. Just the acting, especially from Sean Connery as Draco, is fantastic as well. So this is a wonderful film, a really wonderful film. It gets very emotional in parts. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. Gets very emotional in parts as well. But you know that's what makes it good, right? So there is, by the way, there is a young Dina Meyer there as well, as sort of like a farmer's girl who tries to start a rebellion. Pete Postlethwaite is in this movie, who is fantastic in it. This is just fantastic. You know, it's just a regular disc, nothing too fancy, but and also this movie looks so great. I mean, they shot this whole movie, I believe, in Slovakia, of all places, and it's really beautiful. The scenery is gorgeous to look at. So, you know, I had to pick this up, and I'm very happy to own it. And it's still an amazing film. So, Dragonheart. All right. Now we're going to go into like all of the like label stuff and all of that. So, I picked one up from Raro Video, but this is Raro Video, like in America. I'm not sure what happened with Raro Video, you know, in like partnership with Radiance Films. I mean, they haven't released Raro titles in like forever, so I have no idea what happened there. But I saw this and I had to pick this up from the American branch, I guess, because I love this film and I love this director. It's Ruggero Deodato's Waves of Lust. Pretty fantastic, actually. There's a bit of a glare. Maybe that's better right there. Or, yeah, that's better. There you go. Waves of Lust, Ruggero Deodato. I love Ruggero Deodato's work. You know, he never made the same movie twice, which really speaks to the qualities of him as a director. And Waves of Lust is kind of like, I guess you could call it his sort of like Dead Calm of the Italian industry. Kind of like a mix between Dead Calm and an erotic thriller, kind of. I guess that's the best way to describe it, sort of. But it's an amazing film. It's an amazing thriller. There you go. That's the back of it right there. And it stars Sylvia Dionisio, John Steiner, you know, and Al Cleaver, of course. You know, stuff like that. Let's see. There is a great score by Marcello Giombini. So, yeah, pretty great. So I think like there aren't a lot of special features here. There is a making of documentary about the film, and I believe there's an audio commentary with Ruggero Deodato, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to watch this. Again, nothing too fancy. It's just a disc, but it's pretty great. I can't wait to rewatch this. This is a really great film. And I love Ruggero Deodato, as you might notice in the background there, you know. So, Waves of Lust. And then we move on to this one. This one is from Full Moon, actually. It's my first Full Moon title that I picked up. And this is a Sergio Martino film. Which I didn't have yet in my collection, but I know what it is because I have seen it in the past. Scorpion with Two Tails. This is sort of like a gothic giallo, directed by Sergio Martino, and it is fantastic. I love this film, and I can't wait to rewatch this. You know, especially after meeting Fabio Frizzi at HorrorCon UK, because Fabio Frizzi is the guy who made the soundtrack for this movie, the score, and it's an amazing score. So that's reason for me. That's reason enough alone for me to get this. So yeah. So Scorpion with Two Tails. Let's see. I believe this was from like 1980, like 81 or something. I believe it's something like that. Anyway, and let's see, where is it again? And it stars Paolo Malco, of course, of all people. You know, we all know Paolo Malco if you are familiar with, you know, Italian European cinema. Claudio Casinelli is in this film. Marilo Tolo is in this film. Elvira Audrey is in this film. John Saxon, you know, Gianfranco Barra. So it has a great cast. You know, it has a great cast. Yeah. And there are, I mean, it doesn't have a lot of special features. I mean, it has a theatrical trailer, and there are some deleted scenes on here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, yeah. And you know what's funny? It says here, this was originally intended to be an 8-part miniseries. That's very interesting. I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know that about the film. But, yeah. Interesting. Huh. And again, nothing fancy or whatever, but, you know, just a disc. But, no, this is great. And I can't wait to rewatch this. This is such a fantastic giallo, like late era giallo, you know. But you know, a lot of Sergio Martino's stuff is just, like, really, really great. So yeah, I'm very happy to own this now. Scorpion with Two Tails. All right, let's move on. Where are we? Let's do these ones first. So I picked up two titles from Criterion, actually. And honestly, I don't buy a lot of stuff from Criterion because they are just such a expensive label. Like they're one of the most expensive labels out there. So their releases are just kind of like, they're kind of pricey, you know. But if I think the movies are worth it, I will pick up some stuff from them. And I have this time because they released a movie that I absolutely adore. It's directed by Stanley Kubrick, one of my all-time favorite directors. It's actually the last film that he ever made, which is kind of weird, really. It was released in 1999. I'm, of course, talking about Eyes Wide Shut. Now, I want to address this. Jody from Jody's Movie Realm. Jody, if by any chance you are watching, I recommend that you will get this because this is it's basically it's an erotic thriller, basically. And I know your love for erotic thrillers. So if you don't have this yet, or if you haven't seen it yet, pick this up because this is a really great erotic thriller. But yeah, Eyes Wide Shut. I adore this movie. I love this movie so much. It's you know, whatever you may think about Tom Cruise as a person, he is a really great actor, man, and his performance in this movie, alongside of me, excuse me, I don't know what it is, alongside his wife Nicole Kidman, who also gives a stellar performance in this, and you know, I always have this sort of charming feeling towards when, you know, a movie has like two actors in it who are actually married in real life as well, or together in real life as well. You know, I have this with Zendaya and Tom Holland as well from Spider-Man. It brings so much more warmth and emotion to the performances and the story, because you know every touch, every hug, every kiss, you know, I believe it because it's real. You know, it's not just the characters, it's them. So I believe it because it's real, and that's what this movie does. It's really fantastic, but also the story is really gripping, and it's an amazing erotic thriller. So you know, of course there are lots of stuff in here. There is the Blu-ray and the 4K right there. There is a booklet here. I'll show you that in a bit. Of course, the mask right there. There they are. And let's see, of course, there's lots of, you know, text and essays and stuff. Really, really great stuff right there. The password is Fidelio, if anyone wants to know. Fidelio. Just saying. I mean, look at that. So, yeah, there is a booklet. And, of course, there are some special features here, I'm sure. Yeah, there are special features. Let's see. There's an archival interview with Stanley Kubrick's wife. There are other interviews. I believe one of them is with Steven Spielberg, of all people, about, you know, remembering Stanley Kubrick and his work and his legacy and all of that. An interview with Lily Sobieski, who doesn't act anymore, but, you know, it's there. Audio commentary, I believe. You know, there are so many special features on here. A theatrical trailer and stuff. Yeah, pretty great. So, yeah, Eyes Wide Shut, great film. And the second one I picked up is the third in the Apartment trilogy, actually, from Roman Polanski. It's Repulsion. Oh, there is a glare there. It's Repulsion. I love Repulsion. I adore this movie. It's a lot of people call it a horror. I would say it's more like a psychological thriller, but it's all subjective, I guess. I would call this like a psychological thriller. It's directed by Roman Polanski, of course, and I know. Whatever you might think of Roman Polanski as a person, I think he's a pretty great director, actually, and yeah, and I think his work definitely deserves, you know, acknowledgement. So, you know, there you go. That's better. His work definitely deserves acknowledgement. So, I picked this up, Repulsion. You know, I already own Rosemary's Baby and The Tenants, so you know, I needed this movie to complete that sort of trilogy. Yeah. So, of course, that's the back right there. And this movie is from 1965, and it's only like 105 minutes long. It's in black and white, of course. So, yeah. And then, of course, there is a booklet with, of course, the amazing and gorgeous Catherine Deneuve, who is like the main star of this film. And again, lots of essays and stuff. Are there any pictures in here? I'm not sure. No, there is one. I could show you that one. There you go. it's not very clear, but yeah. So yeah, there's a nice booklet, and then of course you have your disc right there. So are there any special features on this? Let me check. There is an audio commentary with Polanski and Catherine Deneuve. That should be interesting. There is a documentary on the making of the film. Really cool. Let's see. And a theatrical trailer, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. So, yeah, I adore Repulsion, and I can't wait to rewatch this, because this is a amazing film. Yeah. So, Repulsion. All right, let's move on. Where do we go from there? Let me see. All right. Okay. So I picked up two from Studio Canal. Studio Canal Cult Classics, actually. I should say that, Cult Classics. I picked up two from Studio Canal Cult Classics. And they are both Poliziotteschi films. So I'm really excited to dive into these. And the first one is The Counselor, directed by Alberto De Martino. And it stars Thomas Milian and Martin Balsam. Look at that artwork. That is so cool. So cool. So yeah, this is the back right there. So this is a Poliziotteschi film, which is a genre that I adore, as you all know. This movie is from 1973, so like right at the high, like at the peak, the high water mark of the genre, which is cool. And again, it stars Thomas Milian, Martin Balsam, Dagmar Lassander. It has a score by Riz Ortolani, of all people. Amazing. Yeah, it's pretty great stuff. So, there is, of course, your disc. And then we have a booklet as well. It's a small booklet, but it's still a booklet. Let me just... Oh, my God. Why is it stuck? Oh, there you go. So, yeah, it's a small booklet, but it's still a booklet. So let's see what is in here. Of course, there is some like photos and text about the film. There you go. And let's see, there are some special features, I believe. Let's see, it has a video essay by Will Webb. I'm unfamiliar with that name, but okay. And it has audio commentary by film historian Tro Howarth. There you go. Really cool. And a theatrical trailer. So, nothing fancy or whatever, nothing special, but, there are some special features here. So, yeah, The Counselor. I can't wait to rewatch these. And the second one I picked up is, again, also a Poliziotteschi, and that is Weapons of Death. This one is directed by Mario Caiano. And it stars, Leonard Mann and Henry Silva, of all people. Really great. This movie is from 1977, so, we're getting past the sort of high water mark, but still quality-wise really good Poliziotteschi. So I believe this movie is like 91 minutes long, like an hour and a half. Yeah, that's a pretty good runtime. What was the runtime of The Counselor again? That's like an hour and 40 minutes, so it's a bit longer, but that's okay. So yeah, like 90 minutes, that's a good run time, I feel like. Let's see, there are some special features here. Again, video essay by Will Webb. Audio commentary by Tro Howarth again. A sort of sort of like dissection on the career of Leonard Mann. That's pretty cool, I guess. An archival interview with Mario Caiano, of course, the director, and a theatrical trailer. Well, there you go. There you go. That's pretty cool. And of course, you have again your disc and a booklet. So let's check out the booklet for a bit. Of course, you got your like infamous car chases and all of that, which is pretty cool. There he is, Henry Silva. I love Henry Silva. He's so fantastic. Such a fantastic actor. There you go. So, yeah, really nice booklet there. So, yeah, Weapons of Death. I can't wait to rewatch this one. You know, I love my Poliziotteschi, so, you know, can't wait to rewatch this. All right, where do we go from there? Okay, yeah. So I picked up one from, so as you might know, there is a new label, and it's basically owned by Hammer Films. And Hammer Films are basically re-releasing like all of their like classics, like their entire catalog. They are all re-releasing that, which I think is pretty amazing. I actually have like 2 titles in the in part 2 of my video with the box sets and stuff, but they are doing really, really great work. There is one regular Blu-ray that I picked up, and I remember watching this movie and really, really liking it. So I can't wait to rewatch this because I remembered that I really, really enjoyed this one. It's Dr. Blood's Coffin. I mean, look at that artwork. That is pretty fantastic right there. So this is basically one of Hammer's first sort of zombie films in color. You know, they had done zombie films in the past in black and white, but I believe this is their first zombie film that has like in Technicolor, right? So that makes it very exciting for me. Of course, it stars Hazel Court, you know, horror queen legend Hazel Court, and Kieron Moore in this movie. So, and it's directed by Sidney J. Furie, who is of course quite known as well. So yeah, it's pretty great. This is the bag, by the way. And let's see, it's I mean, it's nothing too fancy. There's just a disc there, no booklet and stuff, but you know, it's fine. I believe this movie is from, where is it from again? What year? Let me see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Okay. I don't know the year it was in. I believe it's like in the 70s, something like that. I think it was in the 70s. There are some special features here. There is a theatrical trailer, and there is a audio commentary with Kevin Leonce and Jonathan Rigby. I know Jonathan Rigby, but I'm unfamiliar with the audio commentary on this, so that should be interesting to watch. Yeah, and of course, you know, it's from Hammer, so or Hammer Presents, you know. So yeah, Dr. Blood's Coffin. I'm really excited to rewatch this one because I remember having a lot of fun with this. So yeah, I mean, and just the artwork is like, you know, come on, you have to have this. So yeah, Dr. Blood's Coffin. Let's see. All right, then we move on to, let's do this one. So another new label that has arrived is like is New Wave Video. New Wave Video? Yeah, New Wave Video. And they are basically doing like they're releasing Asian films, you know, Asian films from like the 2000s and stuff and all of that. I already got like one or two titles from them, and then I saw that they were releasing this, and I was like, yeah, I have to have this. It's None in Rope Hell. None in Rope Hell. That's pretty crazy. I believe this is like a Category 3 title, I believe. God forgive me, for I have sinned. That says it all. It's basically a non-exploitation film, right? But I believe this is a Category 3 title, if I'm correct, because this was from like, I believe it's from like 84 or whatever. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. So it's directed by Katsuhiko Fuji. I probably butchered that, but there you go. And it stars Miki Takakura. A blasphemous descent into the depths of faith and flesh. I mean, that says it all, right? You know, what can I tell you? I'm a sicko. I love my non-exploitation films. You know, lesbian priests and corruption in the Catholic Church. I mean, like, no pun intended, but I mean, they're fictional stories, but yeah, I love this genre in particular. So, you know, so can I show you? Yeah, I think I can. This is the back right here. And so, yeah, it's from 1984, and this is like 90 minutes long, something like that, I think. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, of course, we have a disc and a booklet. A booklet which I have to check because, you know, there might be some sensitive stuff here that's gonna get me demonetized, but I can show this. There is gonna be some stuff in here that is going to get me demonetized. I can show you this one though. That's fine. So again, lots of text and photos and stuff. Oh, no. I can't show you that. I can't show you that. I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get thrown off YouTube. So, yeah, I'm gonna get demonetized. But yeah, so there is a booklet there. And there are some special features here. Let me see. It has an essay, Kiss from a Rose, None in Rope Hell, and Non-Exploitation Cinema. It's done by Alexandra Heller Nicholas. I'm very familiar with that one because she does a lot of these essays and stuff. There is a theatrical trailer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's fine. So, yeah, none in Rope Hell. This is pretty great. You know, some non-exploitation again. Yeah, what can I tell you? It's you know. Anyway, and then moving on to one of my favorite labels at this point, 88 Films. And 88 Films is knocking it out of the park, man. As you can tell from like my box sets that I got from them in like part 2 of this video. By the way, I will be right back because I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom. I'm getting old, right? I'm turning into an old man. I have to like check the plumbing now and then, you know, or drain the main vein, as you would like to call it. Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom anyway. What was it? Oh yeah, 88 Films. So yeah, I mean, 88 Films is doing great work. I mean, you can, once I get to my box sets and stuff, you can see how much I love 88 Films because I picked up a lot of stuff from them. But yeah, I mean, in terms of regular Blu-rays, I had to get this one because I already have part one of this sort of movie. You know, this is a sequel. Um, so I had to have this. It's a great film. There is a problem. I can't show you the slipcover because it's gonna get me demonetized. So I'm just gonna show you the standard case here. Now this, excuse me. This is Sex and Zen Part 2. Sex and Zen Part 2. I know. I'm sorry. It's not me. I don't know. But yeah, I mean Sex and Zen Part 1 is such a bonkers movie. And I love it. So when they announced this, I had to have it. And look, it's category 3. Category 3. Most important. So yeah, Sex and Zen Part 2. Let me see. It's like, oh, nope. I can't show you the back, guys. I can't show you the back. That's gonna get me demonetized for sure. What I can tell you though is that this movie stars Shu Ki and Loletta Lee. Excuse me. It's directed by Chin Mak Kay. It's from 1996. Let's see. I think it runs like 90 minutes long. Yeah, it's 90 minutes long. There are some special features here. Let me see. There is an audio commentary with Hong Kong film expert David West. And it has a theatrical trailer. There you go. So, alright, let's see you. Oh, I can't... I can't show you this as well, guys. I'm sorry, but it's gonna get me demonetized for real. I can't show you this though, I hope. There is a poster, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can show you anything. Nope, I can't show you that as well. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get demonetized for sure. So I can't show you that one. Let's see. There is also a booklet. Let me see if I can show anything in there. Yeah, I can show you this one. That's fine. So there you go. Again, there are photos and essays in here. Nope. Can't show you that. Nah, this might be okay. I can show you this. There you go. So yeah, there is a booklet there as well. This is a really great release. A really great release, and I can't wait to watch this because again, I really love part 1. So this is gonna be, this is gonna be bonkers. This is gonna be such a wild ride. But yeah, Sex and Zen Part 2. That's what I picked up from 88 Films. All right, let's see. Let's do this. So I picked up 2 from Indicator or Powerhouse Films, of course. I picked up 2 from Indicator and or Powerhouse Films, and they're basically film noirs. You know, I'm really diving into film noir right now, and I'm really falling in love with the genre. I love film noir. Someone recommended it to me a while back, last year, and I started diving into it, and it's such a great genre. I love film noir. So I picked up 2 from Indicator Powerhouse Films, of course. And the first one is Undertow. Now, this movie stars Scott Brady, of course, John Russell, and Dorothy Hart of I love Dorothy Hart. Peggy Down. It's directed by, let's see, it's directed by William Castle. a very well-known noir but also horror director, I believe. It also stars Bruce Bennett. Yeah, so it's pretty great actually. It's from 1949. It's 71 minutes long. It's not that long really. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting length. Of course, it's in black and white. Every bullet in Chicago has his name on it. That's a pretty cool line right there. So, yeah, of course, I mean, there is, of course, you have a disc. Oh, by the way, they're out to get him, but he isn't going alone. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know what it is. I have this cough. It's really annoying, but anyway. And of course, there is a booklet with, so I believe this is William Castle. So let's dive into the booklet here. Of course, you have your cast and crew and stuff. Lots of, essays and photos, again, as usual, and interviews and stuff. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Phenomenal. Of course, you also get some pictures and stuff, photos. Excuse me. There we go. I'm sorry. So yeah, there you go. There's a booklet. There are some special features on here, I believe. Let's see. There are so many of them. I can't go through them all, but there are interviews and audio commentaries and stuff. Just a lot of special features here. So yeah. Undertow, really great. Can't wait to watch that. And the second one I picked up is Ivy with Joan Fontaine. Also with Patrick Knowles, Herbert Marshall, Richard Ney. Yeah. And this movie is, let's see, I believe this is directed by Sam Wood. Yeah. It's from 1947. And this is 99 minutes long. So this is like, excuse me, guys. What is it with the cough? Why with the coughs? I have no idea. Yeah, it's 99 minutes long. So it's a proper length, so sweet, so beautiful, so lovely, but so utterly evil. Ooh. Makes me think this is like a femme fatale kind of movie. Which is interesting. So, let's see, what else can we say about this? 1947, yeah. Of course, you have your disc and a booklet again. I can show you the booklet, probably. I think I can. There you go. Really lovely pictures and, interviews and just stories about the film and all of that. That's better, probably. There you go. So, yeah, a great booklet as well. Again, so we can learn, of course. Let's see. Again, a lot of special features. I'm not gonna go into all of them. There is like a essay about the director, I believe. There is like, I believe there is like an audio commentary. Yes, there is. Like theatrical trailers and stuff. Just a lot of special features, as Indicator usually does, you know. But yeah, Ivy. I'm very excited to watch this one. Again, Joan Fontaine is, I love her. I've seen like 2 or 3 films that she's in right now. So yeah, she's pretty great. So I can't wait to watch this. Ivy is another noir that I got. And speaking of noir, let's move into Arrow Video, shall we? Sorry, got something in my eye. Let's move to Arrow Video because I actually got like 5 titles from Arrow Video. You know, in recent years, Arrow Video has sort of fallen out of favor for me because they are over the last couple of years they have gone, you know, more and more and more into like more mainstream titles, you know, instead of the like the cult films and stuff that they used to do. So they have kind of fallen out of favor. But whenever they got like movies that I'm interested in, I will still pick them up, you know. And the first 2 I picked up from them are actually also film noir pictures, but they are from their Arrow Academy label, which doesn't exist anymore. But I found these for a really good price. And so yeah, I picked up 2 from Arrow Academy, and they are film noirs. And the first one I picked up is Phantom Lady. This stars Franchot Tone, Alan Curtis, and Ella Raines. I adore Ella Raines. She is so amazing, and she is so beautiful as well. But yeah, Phantom Lady. I had to have this. It's directed by Robert Siodmak. So this movie is like 90 minutes long. Again, black and white, of course. I believe this is from 1954. I believe this is from like 1954. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So again, Thomas Gomez is also in this film. You know, Alicia Cook Jr. Just, you know, a great cast, of course. So yeah. Of course, you have a disc. And there are some special features here, actually. Let me see. Let's see. There is a archival documentary about the film, I believe, with Robert Wise in it, actually. Or at least Robert Wise is one of the people speaking about this movie, I believe. And Dennis Hopper as well. So, and there is a hour-long radio dramatization of the film on this. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So, yeah, not a lot of special features, but there is some stuff here. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to watch this because, again, I really love film noir, so, you know, this is like a must-have for me. Phantom Lady. And the other one I picked up is The Killers with Burt Lancaster and Ava Gardner. 2 really great actresses who are very familiar, of course, with film noir. Look at that artwork. That is fantastic. Great stuff. So this movie is directed by, again, Robert Siodmak. let's see. Are there any other familiar? No, there aren't. So this is 102 minutes long. Where is this from? I believe this is like from 1947 or 46, I believe. Something like that. I'm not sure, but I think it was something like that. Anyway. And it's, yeah, like I said, directed by Robert Siodmak. And of course you have a disc. The Man Who Wanted to Die. Ooh, that's intriguing. So there are some special features here. Again, I'm not going to go through all of them, but, you know, I believe there is, like, again, a essay about the film. There are 3 archival radio pieces inspired by the killers. That's interesting. Okay, interesting. Theatrical trailer, you know, stuff like that. Again, not too much in terms of special features, but there is some good stuff here. So, but I'm not gonna go through all of it. So, you know, yeah, I mean, feeding my film noir craze, I guess. I had to have this. So, yeah, The Killers. Can't wait to dive into this one. All right, let's move on. So, I finally found a Mario Bava film that I was looking for a long time. But every time I find it, it goes for insane prices, you know, which I'm not gonna pay for, really. But I finally found this on eBay, and I was like, yeah, this is the moment. I'm gonna pick this up now, and it's Mario Bava's Lisa and the Devil. Now I'm a very big Mario Bava fan. I love Mario Bava. We actually did a podcast on Mario Bava in the past with my good buddy Steven from TV Nash. So yeah, but I haven't owned this yet. I mean, I have seen it, but I didn't own it yet. So I was looking for a good copy of it, and now I found it. So Lisa and the Devil. So let's see. This movie was from, I believe it was like 1970, like 76 or whatever. I think it was something like that. Anyway, but it stars Elke Summer and Telly Savalas of all people. Really interesting. So, yeah. So, there are basically 2 versions of this movie. Of course, you have all the discs here. You have 3 discs, which is pretty crazy. Because there are 2 versions of the film. One of them is, of course, the Italian original version. And the other one, I believe, is called... What's it called again? The House of Exorcism, I believe that's what it's called. Anyway, but that is the sort of like the American shorter cut, you know, that has certain scenes cut out, I believe. Yeah, The House of Exorcism, that's what it was. Yeah, that's the American cut that has like stuff cut out and, you know, all of that. Of course, for the international market. But, yeah. Every corner of the soul is lost to the icy clutch of the supernatural. That's pretty amazing. So there are some special features here. By the way, it's like 100 minutes long, so that's a good, you know, length for the film, I think. There are some special features here. Let's see. There is audio commentary with, you know, Elke Summer and Alfredo Leone. I have no idea what that is. What else? There is a interview with Lamberto Bava, Mario Bava's son, I believe, talking about the film, I believe. There are some deleted scenes. It has a theatrical trailer. So, yeah, pretty great stuff. So, yeah, I'm really happy to finally own this. I'm working on completing my Mario Bava collection. So, I had to have this. And I finally found it for a good price. So, Lisa and the Devil. Really happy to have this. Alright, and now it's time to move to a childhood icon of mine. From the 90s, actually. I adore this movie. I love this movie. And as much as I like to berate Arrow Video for going like more mainstream, I'm really happy that they put this out. I'm talking about Falling Down. Michael Douglas. This is a phenomenal film. It's directed by Joel Schumacher, who of course did the infamous Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, 2 movies that we will not talk about. But honestly, this is a really, really great film that he made, Falling Down. Of course, Michael Douglas is the star. It stars Robert Duvall as well. Who else was in this again? Barbara Hershey is in this. Rachel Ticotin, Frederick Forrest. Such a great cast. Scored by James Newton Howard. This is like 1 hour and 40 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a good length. And this movie is from it's from 1993. But this movie is just so fantastic. And the social commentary in this film is top notch. It really is. It's top notch. That's the disc right there. And Michael Douglas with a machine gun right there. And we also have a booklet. And there's Robert Duvall. Rest in peace, by the way. There he is. Rest in peace, of course. Robert Duvall. There you go. I'm the bad guy? You kind of are. You kind of are. But, I guess, it's up to interpretation, really. But, there you go. Of course, photos and essays and all of that. But yeah, this is one of those childhood icons that I have to have. A tale of urban reality. It is. It really is. So again, there are some special features here. Let me just see. I'm not going to go through all of it. There's an interview with the composer, James Newton Howard. Let's see. There is a sort of featurette about revisiting the locations of the film in Los Angeles. That's really cool. An interview with Michael Douglas on the film. There's an audio commentary with Joel Schumacher. Yeah, really cool stuff. I love this film, and I can't wait to rewatch it. So, Falling Down. Have that one. And for the last one, we are going back to Hong Kong or Asia and their sort of video nasties, because this is like, I believe these two are Category 3 titles, or at least Category 3 adjacent. But I saw this double feature, and I had to pick this up. I got, there was a glare. I picked up Sex and Fury and Female Yakuza Tale. That's pretty bonkers. So, yeah, there are 2 films in here, basically. I believe both of them, again, are Category 3 or Category 3 adjacent. So you have Sex and Fury, which stars Christina Lindbergh in it, from, of course, Thriller: A Cruel Picture. That's so interesting that she is in this. Really, really interesting. And then there is, of course, a female Yakuza tale, which I know nothing about. So, you know, let's dive into this. I think I can show you this. Yeah, there you go. So this is the artwork for Sex and Fury. Let me just see. And I believe on the other side is female Yakuza tale right there. And of course you have your disc right there. We also get a booklet. Let's see if I can show you anything at all. It's the cast and the crew. It won't focus. I'm sorry. There is a problem with... I don't know what it is. There you go. That's better, probably. Let's see. What else can I show you? Yeah, I think I can show you this one as well. There you go. Yeah, so a really nice booklet. And we have some special features here, I believe. Let's see what we got. There is an audio commentary about both films with Japanese cinema expert Chris D. There's an interview with film historian Aiko Ito. If I pronounce that, I probably butchered that. I have no idea who that is. And theatrical trailers. So, yeah. And I believe both movies run like about 85 to 90 minutes. So... yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah, Sex and Fury and Female Yakuza Tale. You know, I love my, Hong Kong Asian video nasties. So, I can't wait to dive into these bad girls, I guess. Bad girls. So, yeah, great stuff. There you go. And then I only have 3 titles left. So we're moving on pretty well, I guess. I have 3 titles left, and they are all from Radiance Films. So, all right. Radiance Films. Yeah, I mean, they have released a lot of really interesting stuff lately. I really love what they are doing in Radiance Films. And the first one, I saw this and I was like, I have to have this, As someone who loves his sort of Euro crime, I have to have this. I picked up Le Professionnel, or The Professional, which is directed by Georges Lautner. I probably butchered that, but Georges Lautner. And it stars, of course, Jean-Paul Belmondo. Great actor. Great actor. He is one of the greats from French cinema, of course, besides Alain Delon, of course. This is basically a Euro crime sort of action movie. I guess that's what you would call it. Let's see. There is... it also stars Robert Hossein. Let's see. Are there any other familiar ones? No, I don't think so. This movie is like 1 hour and 40 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. Yeah, pretty good stuff. This is the back, by the way. Now there are some special features here, but they are so small I can't read them all. Let's see. There is a audio commentary by Nathaniel Thompson. Of course, he does a lot of work on these releases. Let's see. There is a interview with... Let's see. I can't read it. It's so small. Um, well, there's basically an that's what it is. There's basically an essay about the score for this movie because the score for this movie is done by Ennio Morricone, of course, of all people. Theatrical trailer, and yeah, there is a lot of special features on this, guys. Um, but yeah, it's from 1981, by the way. I should say that it's from 1981. Of course, you have your disc right there, and you have a booklet. There he is. It's the cast and crew, as usual. And lots of essays and all of that, interviews. So yeah, there you go. I remember this film very well, and I remember really loving it. So I'm very grateful for Radiance Films that they finally released this. This is a great Euro crime film, and I hope that I hope they will do more of these in the future with French Euro crime films with Jean-Paul Belmondo. I hope they do more of these. That would be really cool. But yeah, Le Professionnel or the Professional. I love it. I love it. Great stuff. The second one I picked up is also a sort of French crime thriller, I guess you could call it. It also has sort of small hints of being sort of a giallo, I guess. But I haven't seen this movie in like forever. But I remember that I was really like mind blown by it. So when Radiance Films announced this, I had to pick it up. I'm talking about Solo. Solo. Look at that. That's pretty great artwork. Solo. This movie is directed by Jean-Pierre Mocky. And it stars Jean-Pierre Mocky. Let's see who else is in here. I don't think there are any. There are no familiar faces in here, which is okay. This is from 1970, and it's 90 minutes long again. This is the back, by the way. Again, there are some special features here. There's an interview with Jean-Pierre Mocky's assistant. There is an interview with actor Anne Deluze. There is a theatrical trailer. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, yeah, there is some interesting stuff here. And of course, again, a booklet. There you go. And of course, yeah. So there you go. I'm really excited about rewatching this movie. I haven't seen it in like forever, like I said. But I remember I was so mind blown by this movie. I was like, it was so crazy. So I'm really glad that Radiance Films released this because I just, I had to have this. So Solo. Can't wait to rewatch that one. And then the last one, which is a giallo film, actually. I guess it's sort of like a mix between a giallo and a sort of crime thriller, I guess. I guess it's like a mix between them. It's really interesting, though. It's La Contrafigura, also known as The Double. This is called The Double. That's the English title of it. The Double, or La Contrafigura. This is directed by Romolo Guerrieri, and it stars Jean Sorel, Eva Olin, Silvano Tranquilli, Marie Lutolo, there she is again. There is a score by Armando Trovajoli. I'm unfamiliar with his work, actually, but, you know, it should be interesting. So, yeah, it's from 1971, and it's 91 minutes long. Yeah, really interesting stuff. So, there is an audio commentary on here by author Tim Lucas. He does more of these things in special features terms. An archival interview with Romolo Guerrieri and star Eva Olin. There is a appreciation video by Stephen Thrower about the film. There you go. One of my two favorite film critics, next to Kim Newman. So there's some really great stuff on here. So yeah, this is your disc, and of course you have a booklet. There you go. There you go. Really nice booklet. And there they are. So, yeah, that's a really great booklet there. There you go. So, yeah, The Double, or La Contrafigura. You know, I love my giallos and my Eurocrime films, so this is probably like, I'm already like programmed to love this. So I can't wait to dive into this one. It sounds really interesting. So yeah, there you go. Radiance Films, you are doing wonderful work. So yeah, The Double, and that's it. That's my last one. That's the last one of my regular or standard Blu-rays. So I will be back with part 2, of course, like I said, in which we discuss and in which I will show all of my limited editions and box sets. But I'm going to do that later on. So with all of that out of the way and with all of that said and done, I think it's time to close off this video. So as usual, thank you all for watching. I will be back with more videos as soon as possible, of course. Stay safe and healthy as always. Shout out to Jody from Jody Movies Realm and Steven from TV Nash, by the way. Look up their channel, subscribe to them, give them a like because they really deserve it and they make really awesome content. So there you go. With that said, again, stay safe and healthy as always. Have a good weekend, and I will see and talk to you guys very, very soon. And with all of that said, I bid you adieu. So, bye everyone.